How's it going, everybody? Another day, another grind. Uh, it might be a new chest depending on how long it's been since you've seen my build updates. I've had it for about a day or so, so it's relatively new. But I've updated the POBs, at least the endgame version, for this. It saves us a lot of points on the tree. Also lets us use a different anoint on our boots. But we get our stun immunity, mana cost reduction, additional curse, and some crit strike chance scaling from it. So it's pretty, as Larry David would say, it's pretty good. But I was here 2 days ago, I think. Looks great. Yeah, thanks. I'm really proud of my new weapon, though. I spent all morning crafting this thing. I sunk all of my money that I liquidated from my stash into this. But this will be probably my weapon for the league. It's pretty good. Can't complain. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the pseudo headhunter thing is actually pretty crazy. It's not as good as headhunter, but it's good enough to where like I don't feel like I want to get a headhunter now. Yeah, this was investment. Just the headhunter enchant alone was almost 35 divine, around 35 divine to get all the stuff to put the enchant on the weapon. Yeah, it's expensive because the power runes, you need like 16 of them and they sell for quite a bit of money. They're like almost a div and a half per rune. And that's just one of the 3 runes you need for the enchant. And then the way I crafted this thing was I bought just an Ezomite staff and then I reforged attack on harvest until I hit that tier 1 Fizz hybrid, and then I YOLO'd a fracture orb and I hit it. Because I was never going to find a tier 1 Fizz hybrid Ezomite staff on trade that wasn't like 100 divine or something, so I just made my own. And then after that I just spammed Contempt Essences till I hit, the best I could get was the tier 2 increased Fizz, and I just called it quits there. Then I did the prefix can't be changed, reforged speed, harvest, got the attack speed, prefix can't be changed, failed, blocked multi. I was hoping for deals double damage while focused, but I ended up getting the increased critical strike chance, which is not bad either, but double damage all focus would have been preferred. Alright, so I think, do I have my scarabs in this thing? If I liquidate all my stuff, I probably have around 25 div left, so I'm just going to get a weapon from trade. Yeah, you really don't need like a super crazy weapon to be able to just like do T16s or even like T17s. Although it does help when you get to T17s. The craziest thing I did today though, I mean besides that weapon, which is amazing, is I also picked up my flame and flesh jewels. So we now have almost 90% attack and spell block once we start going. So I feel very tanky now. With these, like this alone was huge quality of life for the build. Very tanky now. So that plus pseudo headhunter while we're mapping. I also got a new pair of gloves that has double the armor, and then I'm scaling attack speed on them. So I picked up the attack speed on the prefix as well as I'm sorry, on the suffix as well as the implicit with just like an XR craft. So like I think like a day or so ago, my base armor was like 7,800, and then by getting a better chest, gloves, fixing a few things with the tree, we're now almost we're like above 15,000 armor passive. So a lot more armor too. And then that's not including when I have basalt and roomies going. We're almost at 30k armor while we're mapping. So I think like getting a mage blood is the next big goal now. That's really all I want to do is just save up for a mage blood, because then we can have all our flasks constantly going. We're going to have even way more armor because we'll scale the shit out of our basalt flask. I'm actually going to replace roomies with a granite flask when we go mage blood, so we have the double armor flasks, and I'm going to just apply more of these to the tree to scale the block attack damage for the to make up for it. I'm only 69 right now. What's up, Newt? How's it going? I'm only 69 right now, so I still need like 7 levels for the same chest you have. I already have it crafted, but it required, yeah. That should be easy enough to grind out, right? You just hit some white maps, some yellow maps. It'd be pretty easy to get to 70, 76. Hey man, can you show us the filter setup on stream? Yeah, I saw you comment on the video. So basically, let me open up File Explorer and I can try to walk you through this. Because it should, in theory, it should work. You shouldn't have any issues. You should just be able to copy the files into the same location and then, you know, win the game, essentially. Let me go find the folder real quick. Okay, so I think the best for Mage Bud is going to be crit, onslaught, movement speed, and 1.5k armor, 20% more armor. Yeah, like a granite flask. Are you talking about granite's 1.5, right? So you talk because basalt is the 25 or 20% more as a flask, but granite gives you the 1.5 with the chance to roll like an increased armor on it. Movement speed isn't going to matter for us. As long as I'm running Stampede, movement speed does nothing. I'd have to scale it so hard, but attack speed does increase our movement speed. So I've noticed that by scaling like the attack speed on the gloves, for instance, we get an additional 23 off the gloves now. I do feel a little bit more speedy when I'm zooming around. It's still not zoom zoom, but it feels a little bit quicker than it did yesterday. Because attack speed is not negated by the downside of these boots. Well, the problem with it, like, yeah, well, the problem with Tumult is you need to scale so much movement speed. I think the number is like over 300% movement speed to negate the downside of Cyclone of Tumult. And you're not going to get 300% movement speed from your flask, even with a Mage Blood. So, I'll definitely test it out, don't get me wrong. Like, we can get a rare pair of boots and run a Quicksilver and see how it feels. But it's not like, oh, okay, I get 60% movement speed on my flask and it negates this right here. That's not what's happening when it says 10% less movement speed per stage. It's a different kind of multiplier. It scales way worse. Yeah, you can go normal Cyclone. Also, when we're using Cyclone, you're going to be so powerful that you can just tap mobs real quick with Tumult, and they'll just die. The problem is, though, when you get to a boss and you want to have your full stacks going, you don't want to be really slow. So, Filter sounds don't work for me. Yeah, so let's take a look at that. Let me swap screens here. Alright, so in File Explorer, this actually looks really terrible on the screen here. But you should be in your folder where you have all your filters, right? What's up, Two-Face? And all you're doing is you're just dumping all the sound files in the same place where you'd put your filters. So you have your filters here, where you normally place your filters. And then you just put the sound files in the same location. And then all you should have to do is when you go back in game, yeah, you should, so let's go back here. So when you're in game, do you see my filters now when you go to the drop down right here? Do you see them like that?
Exile.
Is that what you're seeing, Alec? Are you seeing my filters as an option here? And for you, Ahmed, do you see the filters when you do the drop down? What, semi-strict? Okay. So let's see. My filters are showing, yeah.
Divine Orb. That's worth something. Divine Orb.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But without the sounds.
Divine Orb.
Let me try a different way of doing this. It should, the problem is you need the sound files in the same location where... Actually, let me double check something. But I'm pretty sure that's the location they go. Oh yeah, it should just work. Let me check the Googles. Yeah, everything I see is just like I have it set up on my client. You just place the sound files into the same folder. We could check something real quick. Let me go open up one of the actual filters and see. Let's open like semi-strict, I guess, with Notepad. Okay, let me share this on the screen real quick. Okay, can you show me the link of the loop filter on the website or something? So, okay, right here we have, right here we're inside the semi-strict filter. So this is like all the settings for the filter, right? And what I'm curious about is, it should have my custom sound files like this set to different things. So as long as this matches the sound file name in the same destination that the filters are in, or the same source the filters are in, it should be working. So if you search like probably pickup in that semi-strict filter or Notepad, if you're seeing it like this, and you also have that sound file in the filters folder and it's named probably pickup.mp3, it should be using that. Have you tried restarting your game? Because that should work. Alright, let's do a test for science. I'm going to back up my filters folder on my computer somewhere else, and then I'm going to simulate your guys' experience downloading the files. So we'll go ahead and do that real quick. So we'll just go ahead and save all of this stuff. Alright, I have deleted out all of that. Let me do that. I'm going to now restart my game and simulate. Okay, I have no loot filters. I've deleted everything, by the way. So all my sound settings, everything's gone back to default. But I think the filter that are on the link, the files are all empty, I think. Oh, that could be the case. Okay. We'll do this actually. If you guys are having issues, let me. I'm gonna go to my Google Drive, and instead of doing the export from FilterBlade, I will try a quick fix, and you guys can tell me if it works or not.
Freedom comes to those who...
Alright. So we're gonna do this actually. Exit out of the game, and I think I might be able to fix this for you guys. Oh, you know what? Yeah, they something happened and the files have like no data. So let me go ahead and delete those out of the drive link, and let me try to repopulate them again for you guys. That is unfortunate. Sorry about that. Okay, go ahead and re-download the filters, just the filter files, not the sounds obviously, from the drive link, and put those in your folder, and that should fix it now. It looks like the data properly is, yeah, it looks like everything's good now. Sorry about that. I think I might have forgotten to extract them or something when I pulled a fresh sync from FilterBlade. Alright, I'm going to start the game back up. Yeah, hopefully it works now. I restored all my stuff because the stock settings were driving me crazy there. The sound was all out of whack and all my graphic settings were fucked up. There we go. Alright, so I think the plan for today is I need to start making, I gotta rebuild all my monies now. I want to save for a Mage Blood. All I care about now is getting a Mage Blood. So we're just gonna farm money for Mage Blood, and that's probably what I'll be doing for several days. And that's pretty much the last big upgrade for this build. Once I get a Mage Blood, we'll get our flask setup going. I'll probably get to 100. I want to get Light of Meaning to slot it into that part of the tree, because that's going to be a couple million extra damage. And yeah, maybe we'll try out an Uber Pinnacle boss today too and see how I'm doing. I feel like I can probably do some of the Uber Pinnacle bosses now. I might die a few times, but I think they're definitely killable now at this point, I think. With a better player, they'll probably be very killable. What are your two anoints? I'm using Influence on the boots now that we don't need Whispers of Doom, just to get that extra aura effect. And then, actually I need to put Enigmatic Defense on my new amulet. I forgot to do that.
Long day.
How much health you have? Just over 4,100. That's the one thing I'm still trying to figure out with the build is I'd like to have it at like maybe another 1,000 HP. You don't need as much with a Slayer, but if I could get to like 5k HP, I'd feel pretty good. but we're so tight for points on the tree right now. I gotta figure that out. But a little bit more health would be nice. Part of the issue is, like, if we go Mage Blood and we can use rare boots and not have to use Stampede and make it work with Tumult, we can scale some extra life there. I also need to pick up a Corrupted Abyssus with 6% increased max life. That'll give us some more life too. Can I link you something in game? Sure. Yeah. But I definitely feel fine right now. The only reason I'd want a little extra health is just if I want to just like do Uber Pinnacles. It's nice to have as much HP as possible, but Carcass Jack. Yeah, it's a decent chest for starting out. Chestplate's not bad either. Just for like a basic chest with life and resistances. We're starting out. Which one is better? I think the rare chest is better. If you can 6-link it, you're getting. The problem with varnished coat is you're getting no armor, and this is an armor build, and we're using unwavering stance, so like the evasion does nothing for you. The armor is far better, and then you can just fix the implicits on there with some Eldritch currency. One of the benefits of getting this chest is that evasion doesn't matter now, like because we don't have an unwavering stance. So I did start running a Jade Flask for just a little bit extra tankiness. Yeah, I remember when Carcass Jack was the thing too, man. Just want to farm till I got some divs. Yeah. Yeah, I remember when Carcass Jacks were like OP. There was this time in the game where uniques were like a lot more prevalent on builds, and then there was a shift several years ago where it became about crafting rare gear in this game. It used to be like you would wear as many uniques as possible, and then they made a shift to like wanting players to craft gear and customize gear, which I think was the better move. I think uniques are great in a limited capacity, like something like a, you know, like a headhunter, a mage blood, maybe like an abyssus if you're playing a crit melee build. Like I think like 2 or 3 uniques on a build makes sense, but when you start having like all your items uniques, you know, like we already have quite a few for this build between the abyssus and the boots. But I do like the fact that, like, you know, you craft all the rest of your gear, customize it as you'd like. Well, there was also a lot less systems, right? You didn't have harvest. You didn't have beastcraft. You didn't have all these things, right? So it was that the game back then was like Ruthless is today. You would just like alch gear. And if you had some chaos, which was a lot more rare back then, you might do some chaos spamming, you know, maybe you hit something good. It was a different vibe. I'm running a very juiced strategy. There is I would not recommend what I'm doing because you're probably not geared for it, but this strategy right here is for just like farming T17 maps and T16s. So essentially you just take all the map nodes, all the map modifiers, you take like the shrine nodes and the Exarch for currency, and then you just farm like Silo over and over, or Colosseum. And you farm like 8. This is a very expensive strat to run though, because you're using like expensive scarabs in the map device. If you just want to make money, just play Ritual. I made more than enough money playing Ritual just to get like some divs going. Everything I'm doing now is very expensive. This is like some endgame farming shit. But just like do whatever league content you like. Ritual is good money. I made the most money off Ritual, to be honest. I experimented with like Blight and some Legion and stuff like that, but I made the most money off Ritual. It's also like how many monsters have you killed, you know? Like I'm almost at 650,000 monsters slain in what, a week since the league's been out. So the more monsters you kill, the more drops you get. the more drops you get, the more chance you have to sell stuff. Hey, no problem, Alk. Hopefully, the build keeps working out for you. How about Harbies? Did you try them with Cyclone? I have not tried Harbies yet. Harbies are apparently very good. I have a buddy that's farming Harbies for money. I ended up going with this strat instead because I just wanted to farm T17s, mostly to see if I could. And I think now, when we go to do a few today, it's going to feel really good with the changes I've made in the last day. We're going to be a lot tankier. As long as I roll the proper mods on maps, it should be pretty good. I need some currency. Shit, I didn't want to do that. Well, you know, yeah. I've been playing this game for a long time, man, so it's like my I had one comment on my original video. Someone was like, not gonna put a like on the video for assuming we can't do X, Y, or Z. And I'm like, look, I made a comment in the video like, don't look at the POB and look at the endgame tree and be like, oh, that's what I'm saying you can do. What I'm saying you can do is like the leveling trees and the 90 tree. I think most players that play this game, very few of them actually, like, you know, complete their atlas. Very few of them run T16s regularly, let alone 17s or these like fucking ridiculous dumb, and they are dumb, uber Pinnacle bosses. I personally don't really enjoy uber Pinnacle bosses. I think like they're hard for the sake of being hard. But yeah, I said in the video, I was like, you know, when you look at my POB, look at the level 90 tree for Resolute Technique, and then maybe look at the crit conversion tree as like your benchmark, because a lot of players don't get very far in this game, like statistically, right? They'll look up a video on YouTube and they'll be like, oh, I want to play this, but they've never really played the game. And you'll see a lot of people put build videos out there and they'll be like, oh yeah, play this build, and it's like it costs like 80 divines, and it's like like most players aren't going to get there. But I've been playing this game a long time, so like, you know, I set time aside, I know life it, I know what to do once I get to maps after the campaign. I kind of like have a plan usually for how I'm going to do stuff. So my tempo is a little bit different than, I guess, like the majority. And that's just simply I played the game for a long time. So I feel like that was true for like 10 to 15 leagues ago, but these days it seems like average players get to T16s. I think GGG is really the only people that know death. Like, I think most players get to maps. I don't know how many of them actually get to T16s. I think they probably get to T16s. But I think it also depends on the league, right? Like, Necropolis was a very not well-received league. You know? Like, if we look at Steam right now and see what the player... And this is just off Steam. This isn't including their client that people use for playing the game. But right now, you've got... Peak players today were 157,000. That's actually how many are online right now via Steam, right? There's a lot of people still playing this league for going into week 2. 157,000 players on day 8 or 9 is not very common for PoE. That's how good this league is. So you're seeing a lot more players trying it out or coming back, having not played the game for a while. I have people in my guild right now. So this guy... he's not on right now, but he was the guild leader of our guild. Hasn't played for like, I think 2 years or 3 years. And he came back just because of how good this league is. So, I think that statement was probably true in Necropolis, right? If you looked at players in week 2, the ones that were still playing in week 2 of Necropolis with how kind of shitty that league was, those were probably like the hard, like the core player base, right? That 60 to 70,000 that always will get to T16s and everything. But when I see numbers like triple that right now, going into week 2, those are players that probably aren't getting to T16s regularly, you know? And I don't want them to be confused when they look at the POB and be like, I don't want them to get confused and look at my guide and be like, oh yeah, I'm going to have a fucking mage blood. You know, okay. Maybe, if it drops.
The perfect excuse to see Danik.
Yeah, that league was kind of terrible. That's the problem with crafting leagues. And Necropolis was like the most 5-head crafting league they've ever done. Like it was the most ridiculously complicated league they've ever done in terms of like the crafting mechanics. I will say I played mostly Roofless because I'm a masochist. I played Roofless last league, and it was great for gear and Roofless. But yeah. At least the rares and uniques were accessible. I had a headhunter in week 1 and farmed up a mageblood in like 3 days, I think. Well, the prices were different then too, right, Death? Because you had like players abusing those mechanics early on that got nerfed with like, you know, stacking meat sacks with possess and doing all kinds of crazy shit. I think GGG said like a couple hundred players printed like 100,000 uniques, and that's why they specifically killed Magic Find. So you're seeing like people are complaining, oh, currency like loot drop is really bad right now. And loot drop is really bad right now. And also Magic Find isn't what it was. So they purposely did that because it was like insane with the devaluing of the market. Yeah, it was very easy to pick up a Mageblood last week. It's like 3 times the price now for a decently rolled one, because there's less on the market. Alright, let's why did I come to King's March? Oh, I needed to withdraw money so I could get some stuff from... Because what I want to do is run a couple T17s and see how this feels. Now that we've made some changes. Oh god, I hate how I always have to kind of do that at the beginning to get it to... Alright. Thanks for the guides. Haven't had a lot of time to play, but finally made it to maps. No problem, Vintage. I'm glad they're helping you out. For someone, I guess, not a casual, but someone that does low investment strats and makes the 20 div per day max, if I really try, it was amazing to be able to buy the expensive belts. Oh, yeah, yeah. You can still get them, too, right? You're just going to have to play 3 times as long, right? Because they're like 3 times the price. So you can still, they're still obtainable. You just have to, like, grind a bit more for them. And as you play the game more and more, you know, you get better and better at like figuring out how to make money. You get better and better at like knowing what things players value on gear, what stats are valuable for what different types of builds. You'll see an item drop and you'll be like, okay, that's something Archmage wants. Just got here, been following your YouTube guides. Has been a very successful league start for me. Thanks. What kind of changes have you done recently to the character? So I spent a lot of time today working on some in-game kind of stuff. So I finally crafted, I think this is going to be my final staff for the league. I bought an Ezomite base. I harvest crafted attack, you know, I did reforge attack on this till I hit the tier 1 Fizz hybrid, at which point I rolled a fractured orb and got lucky, fractured the tier 1 Fizz hybrid. And then I spammed Contempt Essences on this until I got the tier 2 increased Fizz, and I called it a day. Then I prefix cannot be changed, reforged speed with harvest, hit the attack speed, prefix can't be changed, I veiled it, blocked multi, and then I was hoping for deals double damage while focused, but got the increased critical strike chance. Yeah. I wanted the deals double damage while focused, but it is what it is. And then at that point, I was so far into the staff, I just put crit multi on it and called it a day. But it's a 1,000 DPS staff. My other one was like 840, so it's an upgrade. And this is probably good enough for the league, to be honest. And then this Headhunter thing was super expensive with the new enchant with runesmithing, but it's pretty good. I reliably get like 5 to maybe 12 stacks at a time. So it's just like free buffs. It's not as good as a Headhunter, but it's like poor man's Headhunter. So it's just nice to have. Yeah, the enchant's expensive. It's like, just to get the power runes are like 25 to 28 divine. And that's one of the 3 runes you need for that enchant for the poor man's Headhunter. The other thing I worked on was I purchased my Flame and Flesh Jewel, so now we have that lucky block from the Gladiator Ascendancy. So we get, once we start blocking, we get up to basically 90% attack and spell block now, which is super nice. So feeling a lot tankier. And besides that, I bought these gloves for 4 Divine. I wanted a really high armor base, so these are 1,000. And then they have the increased attack speed. And then I rolled more attack speed. And I'm going to update the POBs. This isn't in the latest POB, but I really like this. Hits have 40% chance to ignore enemy physical damage reduction, because that in conjunction with this gives us almost 100% chance to just hit them regardless of what their DR is, which feels really good. Thanks for the sub, Seaman. Much appreciated. So, like, that feels really good. So I bought those. That's about it, really. Yeah, pretty much all I want to do now is get a Mage Blood. How much Divine is your build right now? The endgame Giga? Oh, it's expensive. This staff is probably like, if you factor in the Headhunter enchant, this is probably like a 80 Divine staff right now. 80 or 90 Divine staff. It's my biggest money sink in the build. Well, no. Don't get me wrong, Euros. If I sell the staff, it's way more than that. I'm talking about how much I sunk into it to craft it. Yeah. Yeah, this staff, if I sold this on trade right now, I'd probably get at least 200 Divine for this. Yeah, this is like a 200 plus Divine staff. Easy. But what it took to craft it was probably like 80 Divine investment to include the enchant from for the Headhunter. By far the most expensive part of the build so far, but your weapon is the most important thing when you're in melee. No, you can switch to crit earlier young. You can do it like in your 80s. You just want to have enough points to be able to get into these crit nodes here. You're going to want to take the crit nodes on the top part of the staff node here. And then there's some extra accuracy and crit here you can take if needed. Yeah. Well, it depends on, you know, there's more to it than just the 1,000 DPS, but yeah. How did you craft the staff the best way? Yeah, I kind of just went through it. It's a lot of, I think the best way is to harvest, craft, attack until you hit a tier 1 prefix you like, whether it's Fizz Hybrid or pure increased Fizz, and then try to fracture it with a Fraction Orb. It makes crafting the rest of the staff a lot easier because then you have one of your 2 prefixes guaranteed. And if you spam Essences of Contempt, you have 2 of the 3 guaranteed. I league started SRS, but it just wasn't fun mapping, so I started a new Cyclone. Yeah, SRS is consistent. I played minion builds for like years. I'm actually like a minion enthusiast. And you know, I used to play a lot of I played skeletons for the longest time. And then I went into SRS when that became the thing for like the last year or so. But I used to play minion builds like every league. That's all I would play. About to sell my Rise Lotha. I wasn't phasing from a Stygian. Yeah, I took Rise Lotha out of the POB. If you actually look at the latest POB, it's not in there. I just think it's overpriced for what you're getting. I think a rare belt is a lot better. It helps you with resistances in life. And you should just like, I think a Stygian is the best bet until you eventually get a Mage Blood, to be honest, because you also get the additional jewel socket. And we need jewel sockets on this build. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it at all. Is this the updated POB with the changes you've been going over? Yeah, if you just grab the POB like you did, that's the most recent. The only thing I haven't included in there was this implicit Eldritch currency craft on the gloves being changed. The hits have chance to ignore enemy physical damage reduction. I've been playing around with that today. Yeah, Magnate's a great belt too. Those are not that expensive. You can use that. The problem though is like you really want a jewel socket because once we start using flame and flesh, we need 3 jewel sockets for Storm Shroud, right? You need the Storm Shroud, and then you need to have your 2 ghastly jewels. I have one right here in the belt, and I have one up here for the 50% chance to avoid being shocked. So we're kind of socket starved, or yeah, we're like jewel socket starved on this build. You want to be able to run your flame flesh, you want to be able to run your Storm Shroud. So I would probably maybe run a magnate until you need to have the jewel socket if you feel good doing that. Yeah, having the extra, like having the rare belt really helps with resistances. You know, I picked up a new amulet. My amulet is not even damage based, it's just for stacking stats and some increased armor. You know, I had one that had like crit chance on it the other day. I got rid of it because I just wanted to be able to squeeze as much value on the amulet in terms of resistance and stats. Remember, by the way, I remember before the league started, you were talking about anointing or about a explode chest. Are you planning that? I went against the explode chest. I don't really feel like we need explosion on this build. It feels pretty good without it. I mean, it's always nice to have. But these 4 modifiers, I think, are key on the chest, right? You have ignore stuns while using socketed attack skills, which means we don't have to use unwavering stance, which also means we benefit from evasion, so we can run a Jade Flask, which feels really good. And then the other thing about the chest is, with that craft, you get socket attacks have -20 to total mana costs. That means we can drop this mana cluster here. That saves up more points. And then you get the apply additional curse. You have to have that, right? I'd rather have that on the chest because as long as I run Stampede, I get a second anoint there, which is pretty powerful. And we can do something else besides additional curse. And then if you're doing like a Conqueror chest for a crit build, you want to have the attacks have X amount to critical strike chance. It just makes it easier to scale your crit. Just going to go with the defensive Flesh Flame and then just rare jewels. Yeah, I recommend as soon as you can get a Flame Flesh going. It's pretty good. It feels really good. For me, the transition to crit is hard. Don't know when to start it. How much currency I should stack up. You can go to crit in your 80s. You just want to make sure you have the points for the respec on the tree. The thing I recommend to people when you go crit is you just want to pick up an Abyssus, which they aren't too expensive. If you can get one with the lowest roll on increased fizz damage, that's nice too. But Abyssus gives you a lot of melee crit strike multiplier, which feels really good on a crit build. So, what are the anoints that you recommend? So I use Enigmatic Defense on the amulet because this is a block build. So that helps us just get a lot of extra attack and spell block. And then I used Whispers of Doom on the boots until I got it on the chest with the additional curse. Thanks for the sub, Cedric. Much appreciated. So I used Whispers of Doom on the boots. Once I had the chest, I then swapped it to Influence because just increased effect from your auras is really powerful. So if you can get that. I played around. My buddy was suggesting that I drop these 3 points and go into this because you get the mana reservation, but you also get the increased effect. But the problem is if we spec out of this, our Cyclone starts to cost mana, and I'd rather have my Cyclone never cost mana. So for endurance charges, when you're playing the Resolute technique version of the build, you're going to anoint Disciple of the Unyielding on the boots, which is this down here, and this makes it that you get a chance to gain an endurance charge on kill. Once you go crit, you don't need this anymore because you spec into this node up here, which makes it that you have a chance to gain an endurance charge on melee critical strike, which is even nicer because that's good for bossing, right? Every time we hit a boss and crit, we're gaining endurance charges. With Disciple of the Unyielding, you're not, but you kind of have to just run with this until you go crit. Wouldn't Whirling Barrier be a better anoint? It also gives block, spell block, and you have 20% chance for power charge on block. Possibly. Let's see. Whirling Barrier. Where's Whirling Barrier? am I blind? Did I spell it correctly? Oh, I'm blind. We already have it. Yeah. No, we're spec'd into it. The reason why I'm going this way, I guess. The reason I'm going this way is I'm taking these additional nodes for the block and spell block. They're kind of nice to have. So I feel like you should just path into this going up into smashing strikes, because we could just anoint this and take 3 points here and save these and maybe gain a point back, but we're gonna have to probably tattoo more of our strength nodes to make up for the lack of attack block here. And this is a lot of attack block. We're losing 9 attack block here. And our new cap is 88, not 65 with the Flame and Flesh. So I think you kind of need this, even though you save a point if you do that. I might look at POBs later today. Right now I kind of want to run a couple Citadel maps and see how the build feels. You want Cyclone linked on your chest, Ramiros. Especially once you get this craft where its socketed attacks have X amount of less mana to cost and ignore stuns while being used. The nice thing about this build is we don't need 2 6-links. We just need one for our Cyclone. I'm just putting all my auras right now in the staff, which is really nice. And we don't need an Enlighten anymore. So one of the changes I made in the last day, and it is in the updated POB, is we're running a Precision off Arrogance. So we have a little bit of life reservation. But this also means we free up mana for an additional aura, so I put Herald of Parity back on. There's a difference when you go to this chest piece. You could just be using it in your weapon, but I generally also tell people you shouldn't use your weapon for your main 6-link unless you have to run 2 6-links, because you're going to want to upgrade your weapon more often than your chest, right? Because that's where all your damage is coming from, and you don't want to have to constantly worry about a new 6-link. So if I prefer to keep my main skill in my chest, especially if I don't have to run 2 6-links on a melee build at least. Alright, let me hop on trade. We're going to pick up a couple Citadel maps here. I've been enjoying Citadel map because I feel like the boss is pretty okay on this build. And I like the layout. And they're also cheaper than fortresses right now. So we'll pick up a few of these. Ritual was really profitable for me young, starting out. I thought Ritual was fun. First of all, I always recommend do whatever you think is going to be the most fun in this game. Like, I think so many people are concerned about, like, oh, what is the most profitable? I'm not saying this is you, but like, oh, what's the most profitable, or what is the most, you know, OP thing? And I'm a firm believer that, like, you should play whatever you think is going to be fun. If it happens to be profitable, that's fun too, or that's good too. So for me, Ritual was like something I just enjoy doing. It also turned out to be pretty profitable. So with Ritual, it's a lot of like, you get a lot of gear on Ritual, and it's kind of knowing like what sells well, but also like, you know, just it's a lot of like micro trades, you know, like selling the currency from, you know, the rewards window, like a lot of flipping. The real answer to like how do you profit in this game, I did essences on the side too when I was doing rituals, so those are just steady currency. But like the real answer is like, how many monsters have you killed? I've killed almost 650,000 in a week. You know, so the more shit that you kill in an action RPG, the more stuff that drops. The more stuff that drops, the more chance you have of getting stuff that sells. So it's just like, how hard are you going if you want to make effective currency. With the items I have now, we are now in the expensive version of the build. If you were here like a couple days ago, we were doing the League starter version, like day 2. But we're in the second week now, and I have farmed up enough money. We are well into starting to get into the expensive stuff in this build. This is gonna cost you money to play this version of the build now. I would say all said and done, I'm at least 150 divine invested into the build between my weapon, the flame flesh jewels, my chest. The weapon alone was probably like 80 divine to craft, especially with this headhunter enchant on there. This headhunter enchant's like around 30 divine to 35 divine to put onto a weapon. But it gives you poor man's headhunter, so why not? Yeah, I have like, I'm not recommending you do this because why would you do this? It wouldn't be fun. But I have like 100 hours now of just streamed live footage from the last week playing the game. So you can see literally the whole progression from when I was on the beach at level 1 to where I am now. And like day 1, day 2 is like, you know, the League starter resolute technique, very cheap, already getting into like yellow and red maps. Very effective. Very little investment. It did not cost me any money at all, really, to be able to progress my Atlas. But now I'm like farming T17s, and you know, I've been sinking money into this thing. That's why I went with it, Death. I'm planning to just run the poor man's headhunter on the staff, and then I'm just going to aim for a mage blood. Yeah, it's all relative, right? Obviously, the most expensive thing on this build will be a mage blood once I buy one. Or if I've never seen a mage blood drop. I've only ever had a headhunter drop before. But like, a mage blood will be the the high investment in this build. But that's what a lot of builds want, right? Because it provides such quality of life. You can use your flash to basically fix a lot of the defensive issues with your build and let you scale more damage. That's why it's such a valuable thing. That's why everyone wants one. I did do an Uber Pinnacle Cortex earlier, and I got this to drop. But this doesn't sell for anything, so that's kind of sad. Oh god, who am I going? Which hideout? This guy? Okay. Yeah, so we'll do a few citadels, see how this feels. I might do some Uber Pinnacle bosses. I may be on not too long today because I might stream it. I don't know if you guys would be interested. I know a lot of you are here for Path of Exile, but I have a social guild on Retail WoW, and they're planning on doing some transmog farming tonight, so I might have a couple beers and do that with them. I may stream, but I know a lot of you are here for PoE, so... I dropped a headhunter with a friend in around 3.2, 3.22. A Valdo's Mage Blood. That's crazy. Alright, let's get my scarabs for this shit. Let's run a few of these. See how this goes. Let's get the scarabs going. So we need all of these guys. So our T17 strat is basically farming strong boxes and scaling just base currency drops is what we're trying to do. We split both, meaning I took both belts and then paid him off half the cost the next few days. That's funny. Alright, and then we want to roll these guys to have increased currency or scarab drops or both. So we'll see how this goes. I don't like the less area of effect on a Cyclone build. That's not good. The problem with running T17s is a lot of these mods are just shitty, you know? This is why I really don't like this state of the game. So many people want to get to T17s, but I hate T17s. It's just they're good at farming money. But I don't really enjoy this addition to the game. I think they've made it way too extra for what you're doing. I don't feel like I'm ever comfortably like relaxing. Maybe it'll feel a lot better with the changes I made today, but like I don't know. I think they're harder than they need to be for the sake of being hard. But they are rewarding, so there is that. See, this one isn't too bad, but the players gain 50% reduced flash charges. It's going to brick my flasks because we're running a strat where we're scaling the modifiers, so essentially I'll have no flash charges, and that's not going to be good. I might look at some POBs later. Right now I want to run some maps just to see how the build feels. This isn't terrible. Our less accuracy, the less accuracy is going to kind of suck, because that's going to scale pretty high. Yeah, I don't know if I like that. Come on, give me a good currency roll. Alright, what is this? Nope. Reflect Fizz is not a problem with this build because we're a Slayer, which means we have cannot take reflected physical damage. That is, yeah, that is the thing. Can't be leeched, nope. Yeah, the problem with T17s is you gotta re-roll them quite a bit. I don't like T17 layouts are meh. You can't sustain them alone, and you need to roll them tons of times to actually get a runnable map. Yep, they're not fun. It's not fun to set up a T17. It is a lot of bullshit. But it's one of those things where it's like they're profitable, you know. So it's like. But to be honest, like, you make a quarter of the divines farming T16s, but, like, you know, there's something to be said for not having to deal with the bullshit. We're just getting unfortunate mods on here, like less AoE and things that we really don't want on a build like Cyclone. And I'm specifically looking for, here we go, like, something that says more scarabs plus 168%, but like right off the bat, players have 60% reduced effective non-curse auras, so we'll have no auras basically. So that's garbage. This is actually doable. The mobs will be a little tough, but that one's a doable one. Actually, I had a regex. Let me see if I still have it. Good call. I may have been dumb and deleted it. I think the reason why I ended up not using the regex was because I'm looking. I guess maybe you might be able to set it up to look at the quantities at the top. But that first one should be fine. Now we just gotta roll this one. With the T16, you can get full inventory of maps, outval them, copy regex, and boom, you have tons of maps to run, and it's basically necessary to run T17. Yeah. Yeah, if I can look at the, let me go to, I know the PoE regex site, but I didn't bother when I last set up one to to do that. Let me see real quick. We'll set up one for T17s. So we don't want this. We don't want this. The Shockwave NTX effect is nice too. Yeah, it's pretty good. Do we use Vol Cyclone? We don't. What's up, mages? I'm gonna be doing some citadels in a moment. I'm just rolling them right now. Alright, I got the beginning of a regex going, so we'll see what I want to add to it in a moment here. So right off the bat, okay. Alright, let's try rolling this now. And then we want currency. This one would be too bad, but I don't like, I would like more currency or scarabs as a chance for when we run it, so it's kind of a rip. Okay, this one might work. The Ruins of the Syrian Exarch could be scary, but I think this one will be fine. Have you seen Double Anointed Abysses helmet mechanic? A Double Anointed Abysses? I have not seen that. I have not seen that. This one actually might be fine too, but it's maps, not currency, so it's not good for our strat. Rip. This is actually, I think, okay too. The elemental weakness is actually, I don't really like that. Because those, like, lobe guys are going to spawn with their bullshit. It's not good. This, however, might be okay. Okay. The crit's kind of scary. But we'll see how it goes. We'll try this one out. And we want to run the ambush. Can you post the regex here? Yeah, this is currently what I'm using. I'm just blocking certain things like saw blades, less block, less accuracy, less aura effect. I might add to that regex though, based on how these feel, if you know what I mean. Like if I do this one with all this insane crit and corrupt multi and we're getting blasted, I might add that to the regex. We'll give this a shot and see how it goes.
Just use this piece of shit. Divination card. Hi, T-Round. Cha-ching. Cha-ching! It's just a
It's feeling
useless
pretty
piece
good,
of
not
shit.
gonna lie. I'm feeling pretty good.
Orb of regret! Cha-ching! It's just a useless piece of shit.
Is my loot filter not set to the highest thing? Might have to fix that because this is pretty gnarly.
You should probably pick that up.
I'm gonna say the build feels pretty good, guys. As long as you roll your maps properly.
Just a useless piece of shit.
Yeah, we gotta check this loot filter because this is pretty insane. Oh yeah, I'm on semi-strict from demonstrating the video earlier. It's like that doesn't feel right. Alright. Yeah, that flame flesh is putting in some work today, guys. I feel a lot tankier than when I was doing this yesterday.
Orb of regret! Chaos Orb.
Honestly, I might go to the strictest filter. The only thing I don't like about it is it hides some stuff
Orb
that
of
I won't
regret!
see. But I might have to also fix my filter. I don't like that it's still showing all these base types at the strictest setting. So that's kind of annoying. I kind of only want to see stuff I'm going to pick up, obviously.
I can't do this just yet.
Yeah, okay.
Regal Orb. Chaos Orb.
Yeah, it feels pretty good, guys.
Val Orb. Orb of Alteration.
Just spinning around. Spinning around, mowing it down.
Chaos Orb. Cha-ching! Chaos Orb. Oh, Chaos Orb! Chaos Orb. Orb of Alteration. Cha-ching! Jewelry's Orb.
You can see we just got that headhunter buff, so now we have like that energy shield. Well, Blood Rage is burning through it, but poor man's headhunter. Gotta love it.
It's just a useless piece of shit.
These can be kind of scary sometimes. Yeah, I don't like that reduced rate of, this is just gonna burn our life. Scare up a bisection.
Orb of
Good old corp
Alteration.
explosion mechanics.
Orb of Alteration.
We love those. Can still die to corp explosion. It could be. I haven't tried one with Deli. We could try the next one with Deli Orbs. Yeah, corp explosion's still a scary thing. Why do staffs not stick with axes or swords? It's only for the shockwave. Shockwave for the staff, because it is a shockwave cyclone build, but also scaling block on the build. So
Hi, T-Round. Orb of Alteration. Chaos Orb.
yeah, it's for defense. It's just scaling defense.
Orb of Alchemy. Orb of Alchemy. Chaos Orb. Orb of Alteration. Orb of Alchemy. Orb of Scouring.
corpse explosion. It was scary as fuck.
Hi, T-Round! Orb of alteration! Orb of regret!
We can go try the boss out. It might be a little interesting because this is a lot of crit damage on this map. So we'll see how this goes. Almost done with campaign. Been my fastest yet, almost, at least on par with my Deadeye. Leap Slam is awesome. Leap Slam's really good. I do recommend Frostblink though with Cyclone because it actually, you can just keep spinning with it, which is kind of nice too.
I will not rest until this land is cleansed. Perish. Its face.
Ooh, we ate that shit.
The stars betray us. I have already seen you lose this battle. Hard render.
Oh, oops. Missed that one. Yeah. If you play mechanically better than me, it's not too bad. Those beams aren't that hard to miss. I'm just not that great of a player.
Forbidden power. Under the earth to hide from the night sky. No escape.
Oh, we killed him and died at the same time. Blazing Fragment. Is this X-Arc? Yeah.
Orb of scouring! Orb of regret! Divination card! You should probably pick that up. Divination card! Cha-ching! Cha-ching! Orb of alteration! Chaos Orb. Cha-ching! Orb of Alteration! Chaos Orb.
I think I'm gonna turn D&D off after this map. Keep being spammed for that one cluster jewel. Okay. So interesting one. This had a so lots of damage, but you got to understand. Monsters have almost 1200% increased critical strike chance, 100% or 120% to monster critical strike multiplier. So, yeah. Got a Stampede for 45C on Xbox. That was extremely lucky. They are like 2 divine. That is, it's crazy how sparse. I guess it makes sense though on the console market. Alright, this one actually shouldn't hopefully be too bad. It's relatively mild with decent reward scaling, so we'll see. Hey Snavi, thanks for your Cyclone 3.25 build. Makes a lot of fun. Greetings from Germany. Hey, thanks Quint, I appreciate it. Glad that you're having fun with the build, man. I had a blast myself too. It's been a lot of fun.
Chaos.
I just like assume every strong box is gonna detonate dead, and I just kind of beeline out of there real quick. Cause yeah, that's kind of what it feels like it's gonna happen. It's just detonate dead always.
Orb of Fusing. Cha-ching.
Or Ice Nova or some just dumb shit. Ooh, what's that degen? Ooh. Okay, so that's whatever this shit is. I gotta look at the mods.
That's worth something. Cha-ching.
It's one of these T17 dumb mods. I feel like the key to T17s is just you always move. You have to always be moving. If you're always moving, you're fine.
Charizard.
Yeah, let's do that. Just keep moving, and everything will be a-okay. Oh, there was like some kind of lag there. That was gnarly.
Chaos Orb.
There's like corpse explosions right there. Gotta keep the resources coming into town so our boys can keep working.
Chaos Orb.
Let's see what these shrines will give us. Additional div, I don't care about additional divs. I don't care about that. Rarity is cool. Oh, that meteor wrecked me. So what is the mod on here? It's the Ruins of Syrian Exarch. Okay, so that's the shit that degens use super crazy. Got it. These Legion mobs are gonna be kind of scary.
Glass blower's bubble.
Look at that crazy shit that's happening over there.
Cha-ching.
It looks like a bunch of death if I've ever seen it. One day I'll look at a heavy belt and I'll see a mage blood. One day. We can dream.
Cha-ching.
Oh my gosh.
Orb of alteration.
There's a lot of scary shit happening right there.
Divination card.
Got some headhunter buffs going, it looks like.
Orb of
Good for a
renown.
moment. Oh, there we go.
Orb of alteration. Orb of alteration.
All these div card altars are just garbage, man.
Gem cutter's prism. Orb of fusing. Chaos core.
What's that?
Cha-ching.
Syrian
Orb
Exarch
of
runes
spelling.
never fail.
Stab.
Is this a Soul Eater?
Glass blower's
Are
bubble.
we doing Soul Eater versus Soul Eater right now? Is that what's going on?
Orb of alteration card.
Ooh, gotta get out of that Exarch rune.
Orb of fusing.
Dangerous.
Orb
Kinda
of
just want to
alchemy.
remove tinctures from my filter. I feel like I've not gotten anything from tinctures at all this week.
Chaos core. Orb of scouring. Cha-ching. Glass blower's bubble. Orb of scouring. Orb. Cha-ching.
Oh, they're over here. I was like, where's these other mobs?
Blessed orb. Cha-ching.
I can't do this just yet.
Question for the crit conversion: would it be better to get chance to flash charge on crit instead of chance per hit taken? I went with the crit like thing for a little bit, chance on crit for generating charges, but I think the flagellant feels better. Like when you get hit, you get charges. Because you might be doing some maps where you have like reduced, you know, monsters take reduced crit chance or something like that, but they're always hitting you.
Cha-ching. Oh, Scarab. Val Orb. Orb of Scouring. Cha-ching. Divination card. Hi, T-Round. Cha-ching. Jeweler's Orb. Orb of Alteration. Cha-ching. Orb of Alteration. Orb of Fusing. You should probably pick that up. Oh, Scarab. Orb of Scouring. Orb of Scouring. Orb of Regret. Blessed Orb. Cha-ching. Orb of Regret. Orb of Alteration.
I can't do this just yet.
Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Orb of Scouring. Orb of Scouring.
Late game Abyssus or rare? If rare, what mods? I would probably just get an Abyssus when you go crit, and then late game Abyssus would be getting like a good corrupted implicit on it.
Orb of Fusing. Orb of Alteration.
I feel like batting 0 on these maps today. They felt more profitable yesterday.
Blessed Orb. Chaos Orb.
There was shadow nerfs. They did shadow nerfs over the night. Alright, let's go get wrecked by the boss.
Stars betray us. I have already seen you lose this battle. Head taker. Broken the circle. Give in.
I don't like being over here. This is not good. Not a fan of this area of the map right now. Yeah. I'm gonna try to head out of all this shit. Can I bait him over here? I don't know. Is he just gonna spread his bullshit everywhere? Yeah. Ooh, yeah. This is not good. Just got hands everywhere. Hands everywhere.
Shit.
That's pretty much it for this map. Yeah. Got another Venter's Ring. Are we about to strike out on this thing? Let's see. Alright. I'm never lucky with the Venters. I'm not gonna look. I'm just gonna roll it. Oh, look at that. It's awful. But oh, I only have one. Okay, I was gonna say we could re-roll them. So there's that, but yeah, I'm gonna try to roll this one a little bit juicier. I feel like our crits aren't gonna hit basically, but the rest of this is actually not that bad, and the currency scaling is pretty good, so maybe we'll get lucky. Why use staff for Cyclone? Because we're doing a block build with staff. Scaling attack and spell block. And it's Shockwave, so traditionally... Am I gonna do Wisps? Oh, this could be a bad idea. Oh, there's Consecrated Ground too, so they're just gonna heal. This will be fun. I don't see the Wisps. These Wildwood monsters are insane. I don't think this is really gonna be that profitable, to be honest. I feel like the Wisps are a debate. That's what it kind of feels like. Yeah, this could be really tough because we're not going to have like any, we're not critting in this map basically. We're taking 66% reduced damage, so. Oh, there's gonna be a lot of wisps. There's that. Alright guys, well this will probably be death. We'll see how this goes.
Cha-ching! Orb of outrage!
Is there a Soul Eater over here?
Wow,
Maybe.
orb! Chaos orb.
Do I have him consecrated ground? That might be what's going on.
Cha-ching!
Can you explain a bit the switch to the rare boots in endgame? Why are those better than the uniques? I haven't done a swap to rare boots in endgame. So that is not a thing I have done. That might change. So we'll see. Maybe.
Orb of scouring. Jewelry's orb. Cha-ching.
What is this guy? Is he a Soul Eater? He's just giga buffed with the Wildwood stuff. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about having rolled the fucking Wildwood on a map where I can't do any crits as a crit build. May not have been the best idea.
I can't do this just yet.
Orb of scouring. Oh, scarab.
Alright, looks like we got him off consecrated ground, so there's that at least. Let's chop him down. Maybe he'll drop a Mage Blood.
Orb of scouring. Cha-ching. Orb of alteration.
Yeah, this map's just gonna suck because all the rares are gonna be super unkillable. Because consecrated ground, and I can't crit right now, and Wildwood bullshit. It's like I can't die, they can't die, so we're just kind of at a standstill. I think this guy has endurance charges too, so there's that, yeah. Thanks, Gregory, for the sub. Much appreciated.
Orb of alteration.
Yeah, this sucks. This can make it hard just to do strong boxes on this map because all the rares are just not gonna die.
Chaos orb.
They're just unkillable. Yeah, I'm not gonna spend all day in here. It looks like Wildwood bricked the map. It's fun. It's a fun time. Kind of confused on where your last spikes of damage come from. I'm at the 90 point and haven't converted to crit, but I feel like I'm at 1/5 your damage. That's because you haven't converted to crit. You need to convert to crit. Oh, okay. I thought because your POB has 2-tone boots as recommended in-game build. Does it? I'm pretty sure that shouldn't be the case. Unless I might have been messing around with something and I was an idiot and forgot to fix it. Now the Giga in-game version still has Stampede boots on, so maybe it's an old POB or try to make the move not be on consecrated ground. Yeah, Glyph, it's just frustrating because they take basically no crits from me in there. They're Wildwood buffed. I'd have to try to position them on the non-consecrated ground, but it's hard to see shit. And yeah, I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave the map. I'm losing a little bit of money on that map, but I'd rather not deal with that bullshit at all. We will just have to buy another map. Actually, I'll just sell this with the other Valdos later. Yeah, still too much time. Oh, okay, thanks for the link. Yeah. I should have updated, this POB should be updated now on most of my videos, although I posted a lot of videos over the last few days, so I may have missed one or two. Oh, that's why I have D&D turned off. Yeah, these maps are not feeling as good as they did yesterday in terms of profit. Like, I feel like really bad today in terms of profit. You have crafting method for body armor? I do not, Glyph. I ended up just buying the body armor for like 12 divine on trade. I just didn't feel like crafting that. I spent all day crafting my weapon today instead. That took all of my energy. Crafting that fucking thing, but it is beautiful. I'm very happy with it. It shouldn't be that expensive to get the body armor, yeah, with the way that is. Found the crafting method in a different guide. Yeah, there's several resources out there. Any tips on rare staff at not a 20 divine budget? LOL. I would just run a cane of Colamac mages. It'll get you through all of your Atlas progression to include T17s. I used a cane of Colamac to do all of this. All of this was done with just that unique. I only started crafting rare weapons when I wanted to get into like doing T17s. Just joined new weapon. Yeah, Arthur, I spent several hours today working on my new weapon. It was a grind. But yeah, I have a 1000+ DPS weapon now, so it feels pretty good. Yeah, Kane will carry you so hard, mage. Like, it's a good time. These maps feel awful today in terms of profit. What the fuck is that? What is that mask? Minion damage, minion life, socket attacks. Okay. That's some like SRS popcorn build right there. SRS popcorn for the win. Okay, let's try to roll these and see if we get a better outcome. Profit's been fucking atrocious on these maps today. Honestly, I might go back to just farming T17s and flipping those. It's way less profit, but I'm getting really tired of like dealing with the T17 shit. I just don't have fun doing this in this game, if I'm being completely honest. It is not a fun time. Basically gonna spam this till I hit the prefixes I want and then see, nope, it's not good. Oh, this may be good. They steal, I gotta add that, they steal frenzy charges. Let's add that to the filter. Fuck that noise. All of our defense goes out the window. That's why I honestly crafted mine, Death, is because it was just garbage on trade. My Awakened PoE says 1000 Fizz DPS. Talking about my tooltip DPS for Cyclone? Just shy of 4 million. What was I doing? I was rolling maps. So I lost the regex. Let's put that back in here. Alright. My tooltip is 62k and I'm clearing T16s, yeah. I mean, I know I just got to the end game, but mine's only like 150k. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I read that right, guys? If you look at my damage per second. Or am I reading that wrong? No, I'm wrong. That's 3700. Okay, I was, forgive me. I'm almost 400,000 on tooltip. Got it, okay. Yeah, that would have been insane. 400, just shy of 400k. Yeah. Yeah, I did say 4 million. I read it wrong. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it does fine. Like on all the content, pretty much. I'm just trying to do some dumb shit right now, honestly, and I'm not really having a good time. But yeah, it is what it is. I may just go back to the farming T17 map strat. Because this takes so much to set this stuff up. And I'm not that kind of a try-hard player in that regard. It's great chatting with you, Death. Have a good night, wherever you are. Okay, that seems fine. One down. Good luck with the farming, thanks. I'm loving the build, great work, bro, it's so good. I appreciate it, Mage. Sure, this is fine too. We'll try either one of these, I guess. little delirium going, I guess, with this. See how this goes.
Blast blower's bubble.
Now there is a thing in delirium, I'm not sure what it is in delirium, where it does slow us down. Most things in the game
Orb of
won't
alteration.
with Stampede, but there is something with delirium where we slow down. I'm not quite sure what that is.
Orb of regret. Orb of alchemy. Orb of alteration. Cluster jewel.
Almost wonder if I should have cleared up here first. Any reason you didn't go Rise Lothas yet? It's the Handis ground. I think Rise Lotha is actually not as good as I thought it would be for the price that you're paying for it. I think a rare Stygian with life and resistances is better, honestly.
Val orb. Orb of scouring. Chaos orb.
Grip of the infinite.
Orb of fusing. Blessed orb.
Okay, so their chance to block attack damage, they're just blocking most of my attacks. That's why they feel so beefy.
Orb of fusing. Chaos orb. Cha-ching, cha-ching. Regal orb. Blessed orb. Regal orb. Cha-ching. Val orb. Cha-ching orb.
Yeah, neither of those are kind of what I'm looking for, honestly. Kind of sad.
Blessed orb. Regal orb. Cha-ching.
Torment is best if you can manage resistance. Yeah.
Oh, Scarab. Oh, Scarab. Cha-ching. Orb of alteration. a scarab! Divination card! Valor! Glass blower's bubble! Chaos Orb. Jeweler's Orb. That's worth something.
That's kind of nice, I guess. It's a little bit of money.
Jeweler's Orb. Orb of Fusing. Cha-ching, cha-ching. Jeweler's Orb. Orb of Alteration. Chaos Orb. Val Orb! Thanks, yeah! Cha-ching! Divination card!
These water guys are the worst. They just kind of hide under the ground.
Orb of Regret! You should probably pick that up. Cha-ching! Orb of Alteration! Cha-ching!
Are Maven chisels new? Yeah, so they introduced like a whole bunch of new chisels for the league. And so there's like some that make your maps have more rarity, or they make your maps drop more scarabs, etc. So you can kind of juice your maps depending on what you're trying to do, ideally.
Chaos Orb. Val Orb! Jeweler's Orb. Divination card. Orb of Scouring. Val Orb.
Okay.
Cha-ching! Chaos Orb. Orb fusing. Cha-ching! Orb of alteration.
Should I just slam? Give me a second and I'll let you know. I feel like I'm not gonna die. Those resistances are kind of low though, no? I mean, if you think you can make back the cost of a exalt, sure. Or are you trying to use that?
Chaos Orb.
Thanks Nathan for the sub, much appreciated. You got anything good from shipments? I've gotten a few divines, nothing crazy. Like, I'm actually gonna try something with the shipping once I go back to town. I want to send a really juiced ship. Instead of like splitting my ships up into these small little things, I'm gonna send like a super juiced ship to a port and see what happens. Because my town has been saving up resources all day. And so I'm kind of curious what happens if I like juice it pretty good. Yeah, I'm getting like shit from these maps today, dude. This feels super
Orb of alteration.
underwhelming for the investment I'm putting into this.
Cha-ching! Orb of scouring. Val Orb.
I sent like 6 mil shipments and nothing good really. Got some few div though. Yeah, it's the same. I've only gotten like a couple div. I haven't got anything too crazy from it. So, not very exciting stuff. Guess this is something. Yeah, it's like. I guess we made some money. That's like 3 div right there. So there's that, I guess. Alright, we made some money back on the maps. I can't be too upset. Still, that's... feels so lame. I feel like for the juice I'm doing, I should be getting more than a, 1 enlighten. I feel like I'm just not making much useful currency, and the exchange dudes has been hella buggy. Yeah. They did something to loot drops. Like the floor drops feel a lot less. I don't think it's just they killed Magic Find this league. I think they adjusted the drops in general. Yeah, it feels... I guess the word I'm looking for is like lackluster compared to what they did to Magic Find. Alright, are these monsters going to be ridiculously beefy? No. Okay. They're just going to be scary. Scary mobs, not beefy mobs. Gold has replaced the loot drops? I guess, yeah. I guess, Fed. I guess it has. Gonna be a patch later next week for sure. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm expecting them to have like their, you know, just like you're saying, they usually have that big patch they do for the league. And I don't think actually a lot of it's going to be adjustments to the league itself. Like they did the gold buff a day or so ago. But I think a lot of it might be adjusting the base game. Things definitely feel off right now. I'm running ambush. So 2 ambushes for strong boxes. Chance for them to be openable again. Increasing the explicit modifiers. And more rare versions of strong boxes. I hope they boost the crop harvest. It holds. Oh yeah, yeah. You're talking about how the production of the crops. I haven't really done any shipments today. My town's just been kind of running, and yeah, I need to get all level 10 farmers going because some of like this one's producing way more than this one right here, right? Like 1,600 an hour versus 1,000. I think like I need all rank 10 farmers on all my farms in order to really get the throughput to be good. I've upgraded my town and stuff, but I need to, like, the actual workers. I keep trying to do the rerolls, right, to get, like, better workers, and, like, I'm not getting, like, good shit. I'm getting, like, 7s and 8s. I'm like, where are the 10s? Where are the 9s? What's going on here? Alright, so, yeah, these mobs don't have 90% chance to block my attack, so they actually fucking die when I touch them now. That's kind of cool game. Fucking hate T17s.
Chaos Core. Orb of Alchemy.
Ooh,
Orb of Fusing. Jeweler's Orb.
that was beefy.
Divination card. Orb of Alchemy. Chaos Orb.
I might just full send it on altars on this one. See if I actually get anything good on this fucking map. Although that one's a garbage option. That doesn't do anything to base drops. Alright.
Oh, Scarab. Cha-ching. Chaos Orb. Cha-ching.
Part of me's worried, like, I hope my loot filter's not hiding good shit. Pretty sure it should be fine.
Cha-ching. Orb of Scouring. Orb of Scouring. Jeweler's Orb. Orb of Fusing. Regal Orb. Orb of Scouring.
Yeah, I'm never running the block attacks again. That shit was tragic last map. Shit was taking forever to die. Well, what the hell was that?
Jeweler's Orb. Chaos Orb. Gem Cutter's Prism. Oh, Statera. Let's use this piece of shit. Oh, Scarab. Probably pick that up. Divination card.
Alright, we got a couple fortunates. That's something.
Divination card.
The escapes also sell pretty good, I believe, actually. Where's that? Where's the escape? Oh no, that's something else. I was thinking of something else. There's a card, I forget the name of it, but it's like basically a breach item that people really want right now.
Scarab!
Those are garbage. You love my filter? Ha, thanks. Appreciate it. Hey, saw your yesterday's Cyclone video. Wanted to say thanks for sharing. Started yesterday and so far it's super fun. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, Chris. I'm glad you're having fun with the build. That's what I thought, man. Like when I put the build together, I was like, oh, this will be fun. Let me see if anyone else would maybe like it. And a lot of like the Cyclone stuff I was looking at is like these builds that are super squishy and can only do like T17 content. And I was just like, I'd rather play something that does a little bit less damage if it means like I can do content like this and, you know, definitely have no issue doing T16 shit with this shit.
Chaos Orb. Divination card. Divination card.
Yeah, Cast on Death. Yeah, Portal, the OG classic way of running it. You just expect that you're gonna die. So you just roll with
Orb
it.
of regret. Divination card.
I guess we'll do the ore real quick.
Chaos Orb.
Less damage for higher content sounds worth. I mean, yeah, that's kind of how I look at it. The problem with thanks Dark for the sub, much appreciated. The problem with like T17 maps though is just the mods are so damn scary, and like every map can feel very different based on the mod you're doing. It's just like a weird vibe. We can try the boss. Probably gonna die. Is it public anywhere? If you do a filter command, rushed in chat, there's a link that will take you to my latest YouTube video that has all the stuff for the loot filter. Yeah, I made a video today and posted it with a link to my Google Drive. Now, this guy does a lot of crits, so this could be scary. The thing I don't like about this boss is he'll do his little spinny thing, even though he's phased. Do you want to find an Overlord cluster jewel before dropping Fortify on tree? Yes. Do not drop the Fortify on the tree. That's what the Overlord cluster jewel is for, so you can save those points. Yeah, they crit so hard right now. It's fucking scary. They have 1200% increased critical strike chance and 125% chance to their critical strike multiplier. So if you get hit and you don't block, you die. But they have like no defense, so they're at least dying quickly. That's a thing. Oh god. Yeah, so just like one hit, you're just gonna die. Okay, thank you. It's very expensive. I crafted my Overlord cluster jewel myself. I just bought the base and spammed alts on it. Took a couple hundred alterations, but I was able to hit Overlord, and then I just kind of ogged it, regaled it, and slammed it. And that's what I've been using. I actually haven't updated my large cluster jewel. That's on my to-do list. Yeah, that's the problem with the crit multi-mod. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna put that on the regex because these guys just like fucking one-shot you as soon as they touch you. Feels terrible.
Oh my god!
Okay. Looking for the weapon cane of Kolomak at the moment and saw the weapon can have different stats. Which are the most important stat? I would try to go for the deals double damage while focused. Is the primary thing you want, for sure. I think that'll feel good for you. I actually tried to get that craft on the staff I made today, but I got unlucky with the Veil. I mean, crit strike chance is alright, but I would have preferred the deals double damage while focused myself. And I was at a point where I would not... You can't split fractured items, so I didn't have a restore state to go to try to get it again, so it is what it is.
Hi, T-Row. Cha-ching. Orb of scouring. Orb of scouring. Jeweler's orb.
Saw the cluster from PUB is like 90k chaos average to... Yeah, well... You spam alterations on it, pal. That's what I did. And then as soon as I hit Overlord as the one thing I cared about, I just rolled an augmentation orb. I think I hit the chaos resistance and got lucky. And then I slammed it with a regal and got whatever that notable is. The other one. I think expansive might. And then I just hit an exalt on it and got whatever else the other thing was. All I really cared about on that cluster jewel was just getting Overlord. I'm gonna get a better min-max one later. But I think at this point all my money's just gonna go towards a Mage Blood.
Orb of alteration. Orb of alteration. Orb of alchemy. Cha-ching. Cha-ching. Chaos orb.
Oof. Yeah, I just got the damage while focused, really good burst with banner. Yeah, pretty much like damage while focused and bursting with banner is like the key, for sure. I think after this we'll go to town. I'll send out a juice shipment. And then I might test an Uber Pinnacle boss real quick and see how that feels.
Cha-ching! Chaos orb. T-Row. Glass blower's bubble.
I think that's the map right there. Yeah, that's pretty much everything. We'll go loot this stuff down here and call it on this one.
Cha-ching!
What is wrecking me right there? That's what killed me earlier. Is it the tornado? Oh, it's that little fucking ball of death right there. It's just sitting there, not despawning. That's cool. Alright. Let's see, let's dump these in here. How many frags do I have for this? We could go do Synthesis Boy real quick. Kinda wanna try a Eater Worlds too. Let's see. I don't think you can get these on the currency exchange though. Yeah, no, they're not selling these on the currency exchange. They're stackable. I wonder why that's... Maybe they assume that many players are doing Uber Pinnacle bosses, so they don't need to have it on there. I don't know. I think we'll do a Cortex, I'd like to try an Eater of Worlds and see how that feels. We'll try that. You must have a super wide monitor. I do have a super wide monitor. Once you go super wide, it's really hard to ever go back. It feels really immersive. Let's go ahead and try a Cortex and see how this feels. Yeah, these T17s have felt like garbage today in terms of return. Although I got an Enlighten, which is like 3 Divine, so that's like covers all my T17s. Like that covers a full set of 10, and yeah, because like each map's like 4, so it's like 4 maps of Divine. Yeah, so like this one thing that dropped is like 10 running like 10 T17s basically. That Shockwave MTX is too loud on my normal monitor, but looks fine on yours. Oh yeah. Alright, so Uber Cortex. We'll go see how this feels.
Chaos Corp.
Good old Uber Cortex. I forgot to go send my ship out in town. I'm bad at managing my sailors. Very bad.
Cha-ching! Val Orb! Hi, T-Val!
Oh, does this have Grasping Vines? Eee. Think trying to fit the Herald without arrogance on the precision is worth it? I think using precision with arrogance and running Herald is definitely the play. Oh look, there's a Divine Orb. We should just do Uber bosses, I guess, right? Uber Pinnacle bosses are the play.
Cha-ching!
I have a lot of gold. It's good. I need gold for the town. Oh, we gotta. Is this Beyond Boss? Yeah. Pretty sure that's the Beyond Boss. Did we get a bunch of currency? Nope. A bunch of currency, like they actually drop anything of value. Thanks, Gray, for the sub. Much appreciated. Alright, so I'm going to let my Headhunter buffs fall off because I want to get a good baseline for what this feels like. So we'll kind of let the Headhunter fall off. Yeah, 1 Divine from just doing this. Already making profit. I will drop a portal because I'm probably going to die. Let's open up chests while we wait. Maybe a Mage Blood will pop out of a chest. That'd be funny. Alright. It's almost gone. It's almost gone. Alright, yeah, it should be Should be good.
What secrets are you hiding in that murderous mind of yours?
It's alright. It's like poor man's headhunter. It's not nearly as good as having a headhunter. You get like a couple stacks, maybe 10 when you're mapping. Because it's a like 20% chance that you're going to get them. It's not like, it's not guaranteed.
Do you remember dying here? Are you? In this, the realm of the past, I am king, and you will bow.
Not too bad. Oh, I guess we kind of might get a chance of getting headhunter stacks from these guys. That's kind of lame, I guess. But we're buffed for round 2. Not much I can do about that. Rune smithing OP, I guess.
It's my own creation.
I'll still make a bad mechanical play and die, so you don't have to worry about it.
Explore where that came from. Face your destruction.
That's one down. Just gotta coal this guy. Yep, and I think that's it, guys.
How? This isn't over. This will
Well, Uber Pinnacle Cortex killable, confirmed on stream. Can the build do Uber Pinnacle bosses? It can do this one. I don't know about the other ones, but it can do this one. I always get this helm. Let's go do a harder Uber Pinnacle boss after this, and we'll surely die. We'll go do like, I don't know, Eater's probably not that hard, actually, but we'll do Eater next. I feel like the hardest bosses for this build are going to be Maven and Cyrus. I have really no desire to do Cyrus right now. That fight sucks. Maven is going to kind of suck. But that's mostly because I'm terrible at this game, so like doing like the memory stuff, yeah.
Are refusing.
What time is it? 6:30? Oh, it's not too late. Alright. Well, that's done. Alright, let's buy some frags for Eater. I feel like that's gonna be... That's Cyrus, that's Maven, that's Exarch. It's gotta be Uber Elder, so I feel like this is the one I want. These are fairly pricey. I really gotta whisper all these people. This fucking sucks. Would you rather kiss Maven or Piety? Maven. Hi, how can you craft body armor like yours? There's like various guides for it. I didn't bother crafting this. I just picked it up on trade for like 12 div. Alright, yeah. Cool. Alright, let's go pick up some more of these. Actually, let's flip a little bit of... I want chaos for div. Do like 2. Boom, boom. Okay. Right, was for 88. What do you think about the crit chance lucky veiled modifier for belts? I haven't looked into it, Euros. Sounds good. The problem is like I don't really need critical strike chance anymore. Once I get going and I'm hitting mobs and stuff, I'm at 100% crit strike chance. So if it's like a multiplier, that would be nice. What I really need now is like multiplier to scale my damage. This is a dope hideout. What the fuck? Look at this rave-like place. Thanks, dope hideout. Cyclone, Shockwave, Slayer, block based. How do you craft your body armor? GG, copy it. What are you gonna buy next for damage? The Light of Meaning? The Light of Meaning, yeah, would be the next big damage upgrade. But those are selling, I think, for like 12 divine or so. I think like I kind of just want to put all my money towards a Mage Blood right now. So, but yeah, Light of Meaning would be huge right there. I really want to build a Mage Blood Strength Stacker Cyclone. Yeah. Alright, this is gonna suck, but we'll go do it. Oh. Alright, Eater of Worlds, Uber, Eater of Worlds. Let's go die. Damn, that AoE is so fucking huge. Holy shit, dude. It's so large. Brutal. Gotta be a Giga Chad to do this on Melee. Look how large that slam is. That's so crazy. Alright. And this shit's quicker, and he does his slams during it. Sucks. Alright. He's gonna go. And he's putting his shit all over the arena. Fuck you. Yeah. Alright, dude. Alright. Fucking hell, dude. Oh, you can copy hideouts? I didn't know you could do that in game like that. That's actually pretty dope. It's not looking good, guys. He's got to do more damage, right? It's fucking gnarly. Can I cull this guy before he does another phase? I'm not sure. I might be able to if I don't die to something stupid here. Oh, we got it down. It took a few portals, but we killed him. Alright, Uber Pinnacle Eater of Worlds. Confirmed. All you gotta do is play better than I do. The build's fine. I'm just, you know. This guy really not drop anything? This is what I got for my trouble. Oh my god, dude. This is what I got for my trouble. I guess we got the achievement, so there's that. RIP. Alright, well, Uber Cortex, Uber Eater. I'm gonna go use the restroom and grab a drink. I'll be back in a few minutes, guys. Alright guys, I think probably gonna go for another 20 minutes or so, and then I'm gonna take a break because I got some other gaming I'm gonna be doing in about an hour from now, and I think I'm gonna have dinner beforehand. Buy the Goblin Troop to troll us during breaks, Marquis. I have it. I just hate that. I hate that pet. Let me go ahead and do this. What do I want to do for another 20 minutes? This was garbage. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really think I'm having fun doing the T17s. They're just not. They just don't feel good. Might go back to this T16. Just print T17 strat. I was actually having fun doing this. And we'd have to get the scarabs for that though. We need like these. These. I think we're running hordes too. So I have some maps left over from that. I could run. Yeah, I might buy these scarabs real quick and get it set up so that I can do this when I get back. Or probably tomorrow. How expensive are these fucking things today? Probably super expensive. That's not bad actually. It's about on par with what they were. Wanted 9 of those like that. 2 for... Oh shit, I fucked that up. That should be... That'd be quite the steal. That should be like that. Alright, and then we need adversaries. We need 6 of these. It's like going for 27 it looks like. And corruption, these are the fucking giga expensive ones. For sustainment, yeah. Damn, I can't math right now, I'm tired. $162, that's what I was trying to think of. I need chaos. Hey look, this guy wants to buy something. Let's get chaos. Don't buy on currency exchange, they're so more expensive. Oh, gotcha. Do it the old school. Yeah, those corruptions are fucking beefy expensive. We need, those are the most expensive ones. I was having more fun doing that, man. Like these T17s, like, just, I don't know. I want to be able to relax, even if I'm making less money. Alright, corruption. Let's go to trade then. Yeah, it's like you make a quarter of the money you would on T17s, but you can like kick back and relax. And I really don't have that many more upgrades to the build. Like, I can do Uber Pinnacles. I just did 2 of them. Just gotta, you know, play better at this game. But like, yeah, I've killed Uber Pinnacle bosses now, T17s. I don't even know at this point. Like, I'll get a Mage Blood, get a Light of Meaning. I'll scale damage further. Fix the tree up a little bit, but yeah. The character is almost complete. I'd say like another week to get the Mage Blood, get everything situated, and then at that point I'm probably going to be looking at what is the next character I want to play. And I've been brewing up some ideas for a second character. Yeah, I'm debating whether if I want to. I'm thinking about doing hardcore SSF for my second character run, just to do something a little bit different. And I like playing hardcore, but I would be doing a much different build, so I would not be pushing this hard, and I'd be doing something a bit more, it'd be different. I don't know though. I've been playing around with the idea of doing like some kind of arc build with poison damage, like scaling, or maybe like an arc that scales ignite could be kind of fun. I just gotta get in POB and design it, and the thing with SSF is like, right, no, I'm not relying on uniques, so it won't be shit like Stampede or Abysses or things like that. It's going to be a build that's totally doable, just off rare gear and deterministic farming if I have to. But yeah, I think something like an Arc Ignite could be interesting. I just gotta think about it, POB it out. So we'll see. What was I doing? Buying scarabs for corruption? Where are the scarabs? Why am I blanking right now on here? Fragments and scarabs. It's like right at the top. Who is texting me right now? Alright. These are going for... There's no way that guy is trolling. He's not selling 2 of those like that. Yeah, maybe like Trickster Arc Ignite or something like that. I don't know. I kind of would like to do an Elementalist, but they can be a little weird to scale defensively. So I'd have to see how I'd want to do that, to be honest. Yo. Alright, escalation and then hordes. Escalation hordes. I think I have some escalation. Yeah, we got 3. I'm just gonna buy like a couple hordes because I'm not gonna do more than just a map, maybe 2, just to show you guys what this strat looks like. Thanks to Euros for getting me onto this one. I think this is the winner strat for chillin'. Is it 800 Fizz DPS staff good enough? Yeah, 800 Fizz DPS staff is perfectly fine. Oh shit, yeah, there you go. Yeah, I bought like the most garbage things, dude. Like I got, where is it? Oh, I have one in my belt. I just looked for a life and a 50% chance to avoid being shocked. I didn't even care. Like, the minion stats are useless for me. I did the same on this one. I just bought Ghastlies. I wasn't even trying. All I wanted was life and the 50%. Because I was like, I'll min-max this shit later and get better duels. I just wanted to be done with it. Actually, if these are cheap enough, I'll probably just get these real quick here. Because fucking trading with other... This is like, I guess the trade-off with using this thing is... It's a little bit more expensive. You don't have to deal with fucking players. Ugh. I'm just gonna buy one because I just want to show it. I'm just gonna do one of these probably before. All right. So this strat, we're running Colosseums. I have a bunch of them here. You can run Silo, which has a nicer layout, but Colosseum has better mob density, so it's kind of nice. I have my regex set up for this, and I think I took all the good ones out. I think these all have one or two shitty things on them I don't want to do, to be honest. But the regen life is actually whatever. This should be fine. Yeah, we're on the right tree. And then we should be running forget which one we're running. It's not ambush. I think, was it anarchy? Can't remember. I think we were running domination for more shrines. I think that's the play. Okay. So this is the go print T17 strat. It's a lot more chill.
Cha-ching! Or Bloodfree Grab! Orb of Alteration! Val Orb! Jubilee's Orb!
Haven't got any fucking altars yet for Exarch. Feels bad. Yeah, but second character, like I think Arc Ignite could be fun concept, but honestly, I'm probably gonna try another melee build. I might try something with Warden. I like playing with the new Ascendancies when they do stuff. Like when they reworked Trickster, I did a build several leagues ago. I like playing around with the new stuff. I might also do like a Glad build, but I feel like the problem with Glad is there's not much defensively you're getting out of it.
Chaos Core.
The Lucky Block's amazing, but like, okay. So I kind of want to maybe mess with Warden. I think that could be fun.
Val Orb. Orb of Scouring. Orb of Scouring. Orb of Regret.
Have I really not gotten a single Peter Exarch altar? What the hell, game? That's crazy. How do people get to tier 17 maps? I'm still stuck in Act 3. Almost 10 years playing this game, dude. Almost 10 years playing this game. This is a... Oh, I get an altar at the very end. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Like, really? This is a... This is a strat for, like, farming T16s to get T17 maps to drop, essentially, and then just flipping the T17 maps on the market. These drop Fortress, which is, like, the most desirable T17 that people want to run. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to deal with trading players with just these two Scarabs. I know, Euros. I bought the expensive ones off the regular trade site though. But I think if yeah, I think if I go back to doing this strat, I'm gonna probably later tonight I'll buy a bunch of these Scarabs in bulk off trade and then do it proper. I've got like 5 to 10 minutes before I need to bounce. I'm just trying to get a few quick ones in. I don't want to wait to just whisper players right now. Alright, let's grab another Coliseum map. This might be kind of funny. It's going to severely reduce my AoE on my Cyclone, but whatever. Yeah, I need to go buy a bunch of bulk Scarabs off the trade site. For a mini saw blade.
Orb of Alchemy. Cha-ching. Chaos Core.
I also have to refavor my Atlas because it's not set to Coliseum right now, but I have a ton of bulk of those. I just gotta do that before I actually sit down and start farming these for an extended period of time. You know, it'd be cool if I could get Exarch altar before I get to the boss. That would be a pretty amazing game. You could help me out with that.
Orb of fusing.
What is this guy? What in the world? Oh, that's fair. Yeah, I could do like a really cheap order on the market and see if it gets
Orb
filled.
of fusing.
That's a good idea, actually.
Orb of regret.
I'm not gonna lie though, the drops do feel so much worse now that I've been farming T17s. It is kind of like Sag. It's definitely like much more chill though, so I guess that's the trade-off.
Oh, Scarab. Chaos Orb. Oh, Scarab.
Mage Blood? Oh, what the hell is this? Oh, okay. I haven't seen that in a minute. I didn't recognize the art.
Spidericious. Orb of scouring. Orb of fusing. Orb of regret.
So I thought that was the door. Huh.
Hi, T-Rob.
Alright guys, I think that's it for the evening. Hopefully you had a little bit of fun seeing some T17s, a couple Uber Pinnacle boss kills. I mean, that's pretty much the end game, right? So, yeah, I gotta decide if I'm gonna do this or if I'll go back to the T17 farm. I think if I do this, I just need to prep some maps in advance and make sure that I really like the mods on them. Just so I don't have to do that live and roll every map. I'll get that situated if I do that before the stream. But yeah, major improvements to the build. Just gonna farm money now for Mage Blood. Actually, let's see how much money Pee-wee Money says is in my stashes right now. I'm curious. I gotta liquidate so much stuff into raw currency. So I am sitting at... It's thinking really hard right now. Sell items. I'll just sell this thing. Yeah, good stream as always. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it, Newt. Come on, Pee-wee money. You're failing me. You have one job. Well, it looks like their website's lagging out. But yeah. Hey, before you get off, can I buy those gloves off you? Oh, you want the gloves? What, these things? Yeah. Just whisper me again in game. Was that you? Monster? Spinner? Gotcha. Yeah. Let me head to my hideout and we can trade. But yeah, I think the plan is Mage Blood and then a few other incremental upgrades. And I guess probably start planning my second character. Probably do like a hardcore solo self-found run on something melee, but something different. So, hey, I appreciate it, Monster Spinner. Glad you're liking the build. But yeah, I do think I want to kill the rest of the Ubers. I've done 2 of them. Did 2 of them today, so I got to kill the other ones because there's like an achievement for it, right, for the league. There usually is something like that. Defeat any 4 of the following Pinnacle boss encounters while they're okay. So we did these 2. I think for this build, like Shaper, well, Shaper's. I feel like Uber Elder and Shaper are actually going to be hard. I think Maven won't be that bad. Maven's going to probably be an easy 3rd one with the current state of the build. The only thing really shitty about Exarch is the ball phase. Obviously. I might go for Maven and then I might go for Shaper. Because I think Cyrus is going to be incredibly scary with his degen for this build. But yeah, we've already got 2 of those down. I probably should just go back to grinding the T17 maps because I do need to get this achievement. I also want to hit level 100, so maybe before I do a second build, I go back to like my XP strat. I did have this really safe and easy XP tree, basically doing Abyss, Breach, and then just like grinding out some Scarabs on the side, running some Delirium. I might just grind some XP for a while now that I'm pretty tanky. That'll give me the last couple points I need so I can play around with the build a bit. And then I do need to get that achievement and then at the same time do the T17. So it might be a second before I roll a second character. Because I think I'm going to go 40-40 this league. This is easy. Uber Pinnacle bosses are easy. This will be easy to do. Just complete each of the maps for T17. Yeah, I really feel like going 40-40 is very doable this league. But since I already have a character that's already pretty much there, knocking out this seems sensical to do on him. So maybe, actually, I want to get that Mage Blood though. Maybe we just keep grinding T17s to complete the 50 out of 50 and make money off those maps. So, yeah, that's probably what I'll do tomorrow, is just grind T17s, unfortunately. But the money's too good. It is too good. Alright, y'all. Thanks for watching. Glad you guys are enjoying the build. There'll be some more spinning to win tomorrow. Have a good evening, and I'll catch you later.